Today we're back with Guglielmo Marconi, Nobel Prize winner, and we're looking at the first ever wireless message sent between the UK and Australia. We're going to look at two articles, both of which I'm going to leave a link in the description. We're going to look at a commemorative poster, which is really interesting, and we're going to discuss the distance involved here. Massive distance. First, let's have a quick look at the first article. In the northern Welsh town of Wonfor, sorry if I've got that wrong, guys, as far as pronunciations are concerned, on a cool and overcast night, the Australian Prime Minister William Morris Hughes drafted a message for Senator Guglielmo Marconi to send to Australia by wireless. It was Sunday, the 22nd of September 1918, and the Prime Minister had just returned from the battlefields in Europe. This was to be the first direct wireless message sent from the United Kingdom to Australia, and the recipient was Mr. Ernest Thomas Fisk, who had an experimental wireless station in the attic of Luciana, his residence at the corner of Stewart and Cleveland Street in Warunga. Sorry if I got that wrong, guys, which is essentially a district just north of Sydney in Australia. So essentially in 1918, Marconi sent a wireless message from North Wales to just north of Sydney, Australia. Wow. Incredible. There's Sir Ernest Fisk there, who was the chap who received the signal. Let's just look at the old commemorative poster here, because I thought this was pretty cool. Let's have a quick peep. You'll be able to access all this yourself through the link. First direct wireless messages from England to Australia. See, that's a bit naughty. It says England. It's actually Wales. So that's a bit naughty, guys. Oh, no, I don't want to download it. Although I might do, actually, saying that. There we go. Right, I'm going to go to the second article. Bear with me. Okay, we're over at the second article. First half of it is essentially what we were just looking at in the first article. So we're just going to skip that and just come down to this bit here. Right, obviously we're discussing the same radio wireless messages being sent. These messages were transmitted by arrangement with Senator G. Marconi and Godfrey C. Isaacs. They sent from Marconi Transatlantic Station at Carnarvon, Wales at 3:15 and 3:25 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. They were received instantaneously at 1:15 and 1:25 p.m. Sydney time by Mr. E. T. Fisk. That is incredible. Spectacular as the event was, these were certainly not the first wireless signals received in Australia direct from England. During World War I, signals from the big transmitting station at Nyon, is it Nyon? I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, sorry, in Germany had been heard regularly in Australia. So there was every chance signals could be received from England, and in fact AWA, which was an Australian radio company I believe, had been carrying out experimental work for more than a year prior to the official messages. Incredible. So I've marked both those locations on the globe. Distance says 10,629 miles. It's over 10,000 miles. I can't even use the globe Earth curve calculator because it starts to just lose the plot after 5,000 miles. But essentially, This is on the other side of the ball Earth. First, we're going to follow the line, and then we're going to have a look side on. But just look how far this is. This is ridiculous. Let's have a look. Incredible distance. Side on. Let me see if I can zoom out a bit. I mean, look. That's literally the other side of the ball. Now, I know what the globe believers are going to say, radio wave propagation. They literally are going to say that. And if you're not sure what that means, they're literally... Well, I'll show you. Bear with me. 2 secs. Now, bearing in mind, we're talking about over 10,000 miles here of supposed distance. 10,000 miles. What the globe believers will have to do to justify ridiculously long radio messages being sent is stuff like this. Essentially, radio wave propagation, where the signals are being bounced off something that's never been proven, but it's called the ionosphere. They're essentially saying it's bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, but going all the way round the other side of a ball. Do you realise how much accuracy that would require? Wouldn't it just make more sense you'd be transmitting these signals across a level plane? Just like demonstrable reality tells us, just like all practical demonstrations of the water tell us. Rather than have to entertain, I don't know, what do you call this? Radio wave ping pong or pinball wizard radio wave theory? I mean, I'd like to see a Globie using 1918 radio technology on one side of a mountain communicate with his mate a couple of 1,000 miles away with loads of mountains and stuff in between. I'd like to see him using 1918 radio technology point up at the sky and bounce his signal over mountains, back off the earth, back on to the ionosphere, and prove that what they're saying is real. Because to me, it makes far more sense that these messages are being sent on a level plane. Perhaps the atmosphere is containing these signals. Again, I don't know. But one thing I do know is the water tells me that this place is a level plane. The distances involved with these long-range early radio transmissions and sending of early messages between, in this case, Wales and Australia tell me the Earth's a level plane. That, of course, is backed by demonstrable reality. And that is not alone. There's many, many stories of ridiculous distances of radio messages or wireless messages being sent. 10,000 miles here. Unbelievable.